Hi everybody, this tutorial is going to show you the difference between object drawing mode and shape drawing mode. Now let's get started. This square right here is a shape. It is drawn with shape drawing mode. The way you can tell is under the properties menu. It simply says shape. Now this one has a bounding box around it, and it's an object drawing mode, and it's a drawing object right here. And I created this with the object drawing mode turned on. So just to show you a quick example, under shape drawing mode, I can take the fill, which is the inner shape, and pull that right out of the line. Or I can go ahead and put that back in there by hitting Command Z to redo. I can select the line and bring the line right out of the square. They all have their useful interest. I can also hold my cursor over here, and you see a little icon. It looks like a curve. I can pluck that up, and it will pluck up all day. I could pluck it this way. Pretty cool. Now, let's go to the drawing object. Oh yeah, one last thing to add. You can also grab the square inside and the border edges of it, also known as the line, just the fill in the line. And the way you do that is double clicking on it. That way I don't have to worry about them losing each other. Alright, now let's go over to the drawing object. As you can see, I can't do that with the drawing object. I have this little curved line and I can't pluck the corners of it like I can do with the square object. So that's one thing that's a disadvantage. A good thing about it is you can move it however you want. You don't have to worry about double clicking on it. So you're asking yourself, why do I need a drawing object then if I can't pluck it like I can do the square? Well, I call it plucking it. You can call it warping the lines. I personally myself just kind of feel like I'm plucking it. Anyways, so here's the answer to that. Right now we're in scene 1. If I double click on this, now we're in scene 1 inside the drawing object. This line right here is your hierarchy. So basically scene 1 controls drawing object. Now, if I go inside here, it still says drawing object, but it behaves like a shape object. I can go on ahead and pull the circle out from the line. I can do everything the shape object does. I can bring it back together. I can pluck it like I do the shape. It's all good. And then when I go back to scene 1, there it is. There's my drawing object once again. So, let me show you the disadvantages and advantages of all of them. Over here, where my over tool is, I'm going to go ahead and click on this arrow and make a rectangle tool. This pencil right here represents my stroke color. I'm going to go ahead and change that to something completely different, so that way you guys can see the difference of everything. There we go. Right now I got drawing mode on. The way I know it's on is it's a dark square, it kind of borders it, it's just turned on. I can hold down shift and like I said, I wanted to make a circle. Oh, I'd make a rectangle. I can hold down shift and make a perfect rectangle. I can also make a perfect circle by holding down shift and doing the same thing. Or oval. I'm going to make this one a shape, not a drawing. Okay, now you ask, why did I go ahead and make these intersect each other? I'm going to show you right now. Remember that on my right hand side, these are my drawing objects. The cool thing about my drawing objects is I can move them on top of each other any way, shape, or form. It's pretty cool. About the shape though, once you have the shape object on top of another shape object that's on the same layer, it cuts it out. For example, here we go. Again, the square doesn't cut through here. The circle cut it right out of there. I could also do that again. Let's put the circle on the other side. Now I will never get that side back. It's cut. Circle belongs right there. I can put it back in here. Now, very important to know that the fill, the strokes do not cut. If I was to put this stroke over that and then move it, it doesn't cut whatsoever. So keep that in mind. Now, you may ask yourself, how can I get this, I don't know, cell-like looking shape over the square? I can hit Command up and Command down. So the switch, which one's showing? That's basically the difference between drawing objects and shaped objects. Personally myself, I like to work with shape objects because I don't have to worry about going into the hierarchy. Because on the shape objects, it's this right there. So keep in mind, if you can't select anything on your screen, it's probably because you're not in there. Because see, right now I cannot select my circle unless I go back to scene 1. So that's basically a quick tutorial explaining the difference between object drawing mode and shape drawing mode. Thank you.